All right, guys, so I am going to do a quick video here for you about what I expect of you from each of our worksheets today. The first one that you're going to have is worksheet 84. It's basically just a factoring review. Okay, we did some factoring yesterday in class. You do have them still written up on the board that we always start with GCF and then we go to Xbox bottoms up, or difference of squares. Okay, so that's the kind of order we're going to go in. All right, so for here on worksheet 84, problem number 1, you're going to notice you do not have a greatest common factor. So we're going to start immediately with our Xbox. So negative 48 goes in the top, negative 2 goes in the bottom. And now you should be thinking about two numbers that multiply to give me negative 48 and add to give me 2, negative 2. Okay, so that's going to be negative 8 and positive 6. So when we write out our answer, X's, A's, it all is the same, so as long as you have your numbers correct. Okay, but now looking over here at problem number 2, you're going to notice that there is a GCF, so we're going to factor that out first. And then from here, you're going to go straight to your Xbox as well. So we're going to Xbox this. Okay, you're thinking of your two numbers again that multiply to give me negative 16 and add to give me negative 2. So we're going to go with negative 8 and 2. So that gives me n minus 8 and n plus 2. And then don't forget to bring down your GCF and put it out front. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. You're going to repeat that process with pretty much all the way down to 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, starting with number 7. Okay, there's not a GCF on number 7, so whenever you do the Xbox bottoms up, I don't think I had that one in here. I didn't. So let me, real quick, let me look down here. When you look at number 7, okay, when you do your Xbox, you're going to have 7 times negative 40. Okay, which is going to give you negative 280 and then positive 51. And it might take you a while to figure out what values multiply to give us 280 and add to give us 51. Okay, so we'll actually go through, I'll go through the long way on that one with y'all real quick. Okay, so we're going to start, and we obviously have, okay, we've got 1 and 280. We've got 2 and 140. We've got 4 and 70. 5 and 56. Okay, and you can keep going. All right, you can try, 7's going to work, and you could go even further. Okay, but right there at 5 and 56, I'm going to notice I can get a 51 out of that. So I'm going to have 56 and 5, and I'm going to need a negative 5. So that's going to give me x plus 56 and x minus 5. And then this one, because it was Xbox bottoms up, we do have to divide by that 7, which gives us x plus 8 and 7x minus 5. So you do have calculators today, so whenever you don't know your factors, just grab your calculator and make sure you start. You start with 280 divided by 1, 280 divided by 2, and your answer goes here. 280 divided by 4 is 70, 280 divided by 5, and you would just keep going until you find a combination that works for your problem. But don't forget the bottoms up with that front number. All right, let's jump down to number 17 and 18. Okay, on 17, we're going to factor out our GCF first, which is going to be a negative 2m for me. And that's going to leave you with, just kidding, not negative 2m, negative m, which is going to leave us with a positive 2m and a positive 5. And you would be done there. All right, over here on number 18, we could factor out a negative 3 . Okay, factored out a -3, so that made that a positive all the way around. Okay, and then we're going to try to Xbox this. So 7 times 6 is going to give me 42 and 17. Okay, again, if you don't know your factors, start 1 and 42, 2 and 21, 3 goes in there, 14. Okay, you do know 4 doesn't work, 5 doesn't work, 6 and 7, and then we would start over. Okay, so 3 and 14 is going to be our magic numbers for 17. Everything's positive, so that's V plus 3 and V plus 14. But again, you've got to divide by that front number. So that leaves me with 7V plus 3 and V plus 2. And don't forget your GCF needs to be in the front. Okay. All right, and then down here at 21, we're going to factor out GCF first. They're both ending in a 0 and a 5, so we can at least factor out a 5. And when I do that, I'm going to get 16x squared minus 25. And then you do have a difference of squares here, y'all. So the square root of 16x squared is going to be 4x. Square root of 5 is, or 25 is going to be 5. We got a plus there and a minus there. So I've pretty much done at least one of each type. That should help you with worksheet 84. All right, the next assignment that you're going to be given is an exponential growth and decay task cards worksheet. Now, basically, you'll see on your answer sheet that you've got all the numbers listed there, and then there's blanks for A, B, and C, or just A and B, depending on the problem. Okay, so like for number 1, they gave you this problem. So you're going to start right here, and it says, question A says, does this function represent exponential growth or decay? All right, so remember, for deciding whether it's growth or decay, we look right here. If it's not put together yet, we're going to look at the plus sign. If it is a plus, that is going to be growth. If it is a minus, that is going to be decay. And don't forget, these formulas are written on the board in red on that left side of the whiteboards up here. Okay. All right, now the second one, letter B, asks us what is our initial value. Remember, our initial value is always at the front, so it is 1200. And letter C is asking us what is our rate of growth or decay. Now, if it's not put together yet, then it's just this number back here, but you do have to move that 2 places to the right. So 0.3 would actually be 30%. Okay, now problem number 3 is the same 3 questions. Okay, the same 3 questions except for you notice this one is put together. So again, is it growth or decay? If it's already put together, we take whatever is in parentheses and we subtract 1. Okay, if that number is positive, then it is growth. So in this situation, this one would be growth. Okay, our initial value again is in the front. And then when it says what is our rate of growth or decay, we take this and move it 2 places over, and that would be 25%. Okay, so the other one that I have down here is problem number 9. Okay, this time they're giving you the word problem, and they want you to write the equations. Okay, so letter A is just asking us to write the equation that represents that word problem. The first year of a charity walk event had an attendance of 500. The attendance Y increases by 5% each year. So we're going to start with Y equals, okay, our initial amount was 500, and it's increasing, so that's going to be a plus. So 1 plus 5%, remember, needs to be 2 places to the left, so it's going to be 0.05. Okay, to the X or to the T, whichever way you want to do that, I'll write it to the X. Okay, but either variable will work there. Okay, and then you do want to go ahead and put those together, so it's going to be 1.05 to the X or to the T. I don't care which one. Okay, so that's your answer right here to letter A. Now letter B is asking us How many people will attend in the 10th year and round to the nearest person? Nearest person would be whole number for us, okay? So you're going to take your equation that you have, and you're simply going to type this in and raise it to the 10th power. All that is done on the main screen of your calculator. And when I round that to the nearest person, it is going to give me 814. Okay, so that is your second assignment. All right, so recap real quick. First assignment's worksheet 84 on factoring. Second assignment is your exponential growth and decay worksheet. And our third assignment that you will complete, you will not complete this in class. There will not be enough time for that most likely, but this is your weekly homework number 2. Be reminded, weekly homework number 2 is due to me next Thursday. Extra credit for it will start if you turn it in on Monday. Okay, starting with 20 points extra credit on Monday and going down from there. Okay, so I'm going to do a few of these just to kind of make sure you are familiar or refresh your memory with how to do those. Okay, so letter A on Monday, we're going to start by distributing here. Okay, so 10 squared is going to give me 100, and power to a power we multiply. And then from here, we're going to multiply and then add. So 8 times 100 gives me 800, and we add our exponents, x to the 11th. Okay, so all the way across on letter A for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you're going to notice those are all exponent rules. Okay, letter B. Here we're going to be distributing and then combining like terms, okay? So we're going to say 2/5 x minus, all right, when we have a 10 and a 5, that turns that into a 2. So that's just going to be minus 4 plus 1/4 x plus, and the 4 and the 12 turns into a 3. So now we do have to combine like terms from here. Okay, well, the negative 4 plus 3, that's easy. That's going to be a minus 1. But let's work right here real quick on what 2/5 plus 1/4 is going to be. We're going to 3-step cross multiply. So that's going to be 2 times 4 is 8, 5 times 1 is 5, and 5 times 4 is 20. And 8 plus 5 is going to give me 13 over 20x minus 1. Okay, so that is what you're going to be doing all the way across on your letter B. All right, letter C and letter D. I'm not going to work either one of those out. Letter C all the way across is your slope formula. Letter D all the way across is just distributing there. You're multiplying those binomials. Okay, don't forget that on letter D on Thursday, you do have to write that twice and simplify, okay? All right, so we're going to letter E on Monday and Tuesday. Technically, this takes care of 2 days for you on this one. All right, keyword here, supplementary. Means it's going to be equal to 180. So we're going to add these up. And you're going to combine like terms from here. And 12x would equal 108 because you move your 72. And then you're going to divide by your 12. And x should equal 9. Okay, but notice it didn't ask for x. It asked you to find the measurement of angle S. So I need to go back in here and look at S. So 10 times 9 plus 60 is 90 plus 60, which is going to make angle S 150 is your final answer there. All right, if you keep looking across letters E there, those we've done. We did those in homework number 1 as well. Okay, so the E on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, letter F, perimeter of a rectangle is 90 feet, so I'm going to draw me a rectangle first. The length is 5 more feet than 3 times the width. So we're going to make the width x, and 5 more than 3 times is going to be 3x plus 5. Perimeter means add up all of your sides. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8x plus 10 is going to equal 90. Okay, move the 10. So 8x is going to equal 80. So x should equal 10. Now, 10 is just your width. All right, I'm not going to do this complete problem for you because you need to do part of it. There's not another one of these on here. But basically, you're going to plug your 10 in right here to get your length. And then to find the area of a rectangle, you should know is length times width. Okay. Letter F on Wednesday is similar to your Monday through Friday letter D's. That's just you got to distribute 3 times there. Okay, and then letter F on Thursday and Friday is a graph. All right, this should explain everything. This entire video will be posted on Google Classroom this weekend. That way, if you are going to work on your homework number 2 and you needed to go back through any of those, you can. But worksheet 84 is due before you leave class today, along with your exponential growth and decay worksheet. Make sure y'all are behaving, and I will see you all on Monday.